Somebody's wagging their tail outside. Somebody. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, big fat kitty. Good morning. How are you this morning, buddy dog? Good morning. Did you get a good night's sleep, kitty? Come on, kitty. Good morning. Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm Channel. We're going to pet the kitties and the doggies first this morning. Bud, you want to go bathroom? Want to go poopy? Says, no, I don't need to go. Said, I'm good. I'm happy. Yeah. Are you happy? Are you happy, boy? Yeah? Yes, sir. You're a good boy. Good dog. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Stony Ridge Farm. Happy Sunday. It is a gorgeous morning here on the Stony Ridge Farm. Thank you all so much for joining me. Be sure you hit that like button. If you're not following the channel, jump in and follow. We're live on both Facebook and YouTube on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel over on YouTube. It's just a gorgeous morning out here on the farm. We're going to head over and we're going to see the cows here. The screen might be a little bit shaky. I'm trying out some new software this morning, so bear with me. We're going to hop on the ATV. I've already been out and fed Buddy this morning. Pretty awesome time. Great to have all you guys in here. I see a bunch of people from Facebook and from YouTube. We got Jeffrey, Angie, Ronald, Darren, Michael Blum, always in the house. Good to have you. Leslie, Ronald, Darren. Yeah, all kinds of people in here. Awesome, guys. Look at all that green grass. That's right. We're getting ready to drive through a lot of green grass. We're going to cruise on over here. And I've already rode over and checked on the cows. I was debating on whether to do a live stream this morning because the cows have plenty of grass over there where they're at, but I think we're going to move them anyway. So we're going to do a little bit of fence work, fence maintenance, moving fence lines around a little bit. I'm trying to get my gate to open right now. I'm mashing the gate button. Let's see if we can get it open. Come on, gate. There we go. All right, we're going to cruise on through this gate. I got to speed up now. It closes in 20 seconds. Hang on. Woo-hoo! Got chickens right here. Good morning, chickens. The Honda's running this morning, running good. Don't close on me, don't close. There we go. Beautiful morning on the Stony Ridge Farm. We're in north central North Carolina, what we call God's country. Happy Sunday, guys. Like I said, if you're watching live, be sure you're following on Facebook. I encourage you to become a channel member if you'd like to be, or be a channel member over on YouTube, or just click that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. You're the reason why I'm able to build this farm, and I really appreciate you being here. So we do have some gorgeous green grass out here. The cows aren't moving into this field today. They're moving into another one. I've already got the gate open over here. We got a little bit of a thunderstorm last night, which brought us some good rain, which we needed. Get this grass back to popping. Cows haven't grazed this area for about 3 weeks, and it is just about totally recovered. It's amazing how much grass we have on the pastures now. Beautiful, beautiful day. So as you come in the door, tell me where you're from. We got Crystal that says good morning. Reed, Adam, Margaret, Southern West Virginia, Douglas, Wyoming. I know Douglas, Wyoming. I've been out there. I've got a good friend, I've got several good friends that live in Casper and also in Cheyenne and in Gillette, Wyoming. I lived in Ogden, Utah for about 10 years of my life. I was stationed out there in the Air Force, and when I got out of the military, I started my first little business back in the day. That's back when you could buy houses, no money down. So I was all about trying to chase my American dream, right? Okay, four-wheeler, you can stop. There you go. We got to close this gate because the cows are coming into this pasture. The first thing they're going to do is run and test the fence. They're like little velociraptors on Jurassic Park. They're going to test the fence until they find a weakness. So let's get that guy going. First thing we got to do is we got to ride all the way down here. We've got some hay bales down here, and the cows are going to be moved into this huge pasture right here. It looks way bigger on camera than it really is. It's probably about 8 to 9 acres, something like that. And we've got thick, luscious grass here. Super proud of that. So, here we go. And believe it or not, I'm in my PJs. It's Sunday, right? It's Sunday. We all got to take a little time off. How are you today? Says Crystal. Hope all is well. All is well. Absolutely. Hope you guys got to join the live stream last night in the shop. Get to meet my neighbor John. He's probably watching with us right now. John was a big help last night. He said he enjoyed the live stream. Thank you guys all for conversating with him. He's a good fella. John is a Wisconsinite. We were talking about living out in Wisconsin and polka last night. I don't know if you guys watch RFD TV, but if you do, you may have seen me on RFD TV. But they do a polka special, and I was laughing with John about that. Here's the cows looking great this morning. They're all ready to move. We got some beautiful babies. We're going to visit with the cows here in just a second. We got to check everybody out real quick, make sure everybody looks healthy. We got some moors out here. There's Big Donnie the bull. And here's Tammy bringing up the rear. Morning, Tammy. So I've got to get over here and I've got to close up a gap, as Dad used to refer to it, or Grandpa used to refer to them as a gap. If y'all don't know, this is a first generation farm. There was no fence, there was no farm, there was no nothing here before I bought the property about 8 years ago. It's been not without its challenges and struggles. There's some fence posts for the next fencing project over here, but it's been so super rewarding, super rewarding. So we're gonna drop a fence line right here and pray that the cows don't come down here and get out, but I don't think they will. We're just gonna drop this fence line right there. There we go. We're actually gonna move this one, and they're all coming back down this way, so we gotta hurry. We want them to have access to this water right here. There we go. Hook that guy. Hook this guy. They know where they're moving. They're not moving this way. All right. Sorry, I got to move pretty fast. There we go. All right. Let's cruise on up there and see if we can entice the girls to come this way. And Tammy. And the boys. All right. Morning, guys. Got a few flies on the cows this morning, guys. It's normal. It's not the living room. It's a farm. We don't put any poisonous chemicals on our animals. But I do need to come over here. I'm working on a fly spraying apparatus that the cows can walk through. And they know it's time to move. They follow me like kittens. Woo, cow. Come up. Come up. Come on, girls. Awesome stuff. We got to take them up here to this gate. Right up here. We're going to move them into this new section of pasture. You're going to see some happy animals this morning. Happy cows. Okay. I do not want to step in that tall grass right there. Guys, if you are from North Carolina or anywhere in the southeast, stepping in grass like that will make you itch for a long time. I've got bites all over my legs and and arms just from reaching down and grabbing a fence
Just like that. I've got bites all over my arms. Come on, girls. I want to get everybody kind of bunched up here. Morning from Michigan, says Steve. Tracy says, hey, John. I'm Josh. John was here yesterday, my neighbor, John. Or he may be in the live stream. I don't know. What is it? Here comes Big Bud. Big Bud, you got pooped on last night. What happened, man? What do you got? You're frothing at the mouth? What you got going there, buddy? What you got going, Big Bud? Good morning. Okay, come on, guys. I want to get them all bunched up here at the gate before I open the gate for them. That way everybody comes through. Sometimes we have little babies that'll get in here and they'll be stragglers. So, gotta wait, get them all bunched up here, and then we'll run them right on through. These cows know it's time to move. And there's 46 total animals, 46 or 47 total animals. Guys, be sure you hit that like button. There's John. John says you too, Tracy. David's in the house. Leslie's in the house, says pastures look great. Boy, they really turned around this year, haven't they? Really turned around. Come on. Woo! Come on, guys. Come on, Big Bud. Come on, Big Bud. Let's go. Okay. It's time to move. It's time, guys. Come on. Are you in shock? Are you in awe? Come on. Sometimes I got to walk on out in the pasture. There we go. We just need one to make the decision. It's time to go. Big Bud's doing it. Lead them, Big Bud. Live in North Carolina, watching in Tennessee on vacation. Awesome, guys. Come on, guys. Let's go. Come on. Woo, cows. All right. You guys count them as they come through, right? Oh, man. Like I said, you're going to see a few flies this morning. Good morning, sweetie. That's Sweetie. Morning. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. Oh, the babies are running through and happy. Donnie normally brings up the rear. Donnie's the bull. And Tammy. Somebody yesterday was like, man, when are you going to pet Tammy? Tammy will not let me near her. Watch. Hey, Tammy. If I don't let her come on through the gate, she won't even go through. If I walk towards her, she runs. Come on, Donnie. Stop being stubborn. Come on, big boy. Come on. You got to take care of your herd. Come on, Donnie. Donnie doesn't move for anybody. There we go. Morning, Dwayne from Ohio. Good to have you. So this is Donnie. You notice Donnie's a different color. Donnie is a South Polled bull. South Polled is a different breed of beef cow. And what we're trying to do is breed in Donnie's genetics into our herd here. While I'm talking, I'm hooking the fence wire back up here. Let's go ahead and get that hooked back up. Just like so. And we're going to disconnect this. So we don't need to power that line. So we only need to power this line and this line that we just checked and down next to the hay bales right there. So good to go. That's a successful cattle move. The babies are running over there. Oh, I want to take you guys over and show you the babies. When we let them in a new pasture, boy, they just have a blast. Running through the tall grass. It's like a playground for those calves. I got fussed at the other day for calling them babies from somebody. They're not babies, they're calves. If you're that grumpy, don't watch the channel. That's just all I got to say about it. You can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. That's our Sunday morning message, right? Every time I do a live stream, I don't have this problem, but when I do a regular video, the live stream folks, you guys are the super fans of the channel. Every time I do a video about the cows, and I'm referring to the cows because they are cows. They are all cows. Some of them are bulls, some are steers, some are heifers. I'll give you a little cow terminology lesson. But people want it to my terminology to be absolutely correct every single time. Marilyn says she loves the babies. Big Bud, come on over here, man. Get some loving. Come on over here and get some loving. You want some? You miss me? Did you miss me? What you smell? I had the salt block up there earlier. Morning, buddy. Good morning, buddy. I love you put kindness into your animals. I think every farmer does. I hope every farmer does. There is a guy out on, I watch TikTok sometimes. I know some people don't like the idea of TikTok. I don't really like the idea of TikTok either. But sometimes it gives me ideas about the kind of content people want to see. So I was watching a guy yelling at his cows. There's this guy that just basically, his whole channel is just him yelling at his animals. It's comical. And is he really out there yelling at them, or is he just walking around the field and going back in and and not yelling at them? It's interesting to watch. I have my readers on this morning, so I can read your comments. K9 Striker, that's who wanted to pet Tammy. Tammy's coming up right there. That's who wanted to pet Tammy last night. Pam says you're right. People can be miserable. You know what we need, Pamela? We need our people, or Pam, we need our people to be united. We need our people to care about one another and start showing that they care about one another. It's a pretty much of a darn shame that we have to have some sort of tragedy in our country in order for our country to pull together and love one another. I mean, there's just no reason for all the hatred and anger and fussiness that goes on. Where are you located? We're in north central North Carolina, Marty. Never hurts to be kind. You will get way more with honey than you will vinegar in every instance of life. Absolutely. That's why the cows move so easy. I don't go in here and yell at them and yip them and kick them and punch them and throw whips at them and stuff like that. I don't have to do that. That's why the animals do so well. I mean, that's why they're so healthy. I think kindness goes a long way. I think it goes a long way even in our own health, not just our health, but our mental health. Let's pull down in here a little bit where we can get in the middle of the cows. You guys can check out what's going on. So what's everybody doing? It's a beautiful holiday weekend. Look at that beautiful sky. Storm clouds are breaking up a little bit. We're going to go into Elon Musk mode here. We're going to go into, well, I thought we were anyway, go into hybrid mode. Watching you from Scotland. That's a place I want to go. I've been to Ireland, but never been to Scotland. I watch a lot of content from Scotland. Just love the way you guys talk. Okay, slow down. Hybrid mode. There we go. Now I can just creep through the pasture. Morning, little baby. Brian says something. So we're, again, buddy, divided nation. We got a divided nation. We all got to pick sides. Whose dad's bigger than who? I mean, I don't agree with it. I don't like it, and I won't participate in it. We have a broken political system altogether. It's not just one party. We have a broken political system, corrupt, broken political, wasteful system that wastes our hard-earned tax dollars every single day. So that's it. This is not a political rant. I think we need a revamping of our system. So I don't know. I think everybody would agree. I mean, I think everybody in our country probably feels just about the same way. And I think we're having the blinders pulled over our eyes. We're fighting over the crumbs while the spoils are being squandered. So Anyway, that's my politics right there. That's my politics. Maybe one day we'll talk about who I might vote for. Brian, let's just try and ditch our partisan politics. We just need togetherness. I mean, we do. We just need togetherness. We need to stop this division of our world, of our country. Now, as you guys are out here looking at this wonderful green grass of the farm, these are all grass-fed beef. Most of these cows have never ever seen one drop of grain. And I know that seems like, oh my goodness, your cows don't eat grain? No grain. Look how fat they are. I'm trying to get close enough so you can see how fat they are. But they're not participating. No grain. Cows own grass. These are not grainivores, they are grassivores. And I know a lot of folks raise their cattle on grain, and that's okay. If you want to do that, go for it. It's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm going to do. People say grass-fed beef is tough. Grass-fed beef is not good. Grass-fed beef is this. Grass-fed beef is that. But in reality, this is what beef is supposed to be. Okay, this is the way animals were raised 150 years ago. These animals were not bred to be raised on grain. Grain was inherently expensive. So, and the grain we get nowadays is all adulterated. In other words, it's GMO. It's genetically modified food, and I don't want to eat that, and I don't want to feed it to my animals. And if you feed it to your animals, then you're ending up eating it. So I'm working on a system to where I can hopefully market and sell our grass-fed beef online, but we're just trying. Barnabas, what did do to get tractor running? What did do? The tractor's running. It's at the shop right now. I'll have a follow-up video as soon as I get done fixing it. They actually fixed it a little quicker than I thought they were going to fix it. It had 14 codes, most related to the emissions system and most related to the battery, a low voltage issue. So we replaced the battery. My uncle and I are thinking of getting into cattle. What are 2 good tips for the beginner? Get your money together. Don't buy cows right now. That's the best tip I can give you. Cattle prices are absolutely outrageous. Get your pasture squared away before you get your animals, and get your water tanks and water system in place, whether it's letting them go drink from the creek or whether it's having a water system like we have. Get your water in place. Get your pastures squared away so you can always start getting your pastures squared away. Steve Miller, awesome. Steve, good to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining me. Steve is a good friend in Ohio. I hope to come back up there hopefully sometime later in the late summer or fall this year. Steve is a chicken farmer up in Ohio and a good friend. They have if you guys want to stay at a beautiful place in Ohio, Steve, tell them what your farm's called. It's Gerber Valley Farm. You can Google that. You can find them on, I believe it's on VRBO, and you can stay at their farm. It's an awesome place. You can look through the little book that people fill out in there, and you'll see the Stony Ridge Farmer in there. I think I've stayed there for 6 years now. My ex-wife's family's from up in Ohio, but I still like to go up there. It's just awesome. Steve's place is beautiful. There's some beautiful farm country. That's Amish country up there. Berlin Valley Stables is from about a half hour from Steve. I met him up there also. Him and his family. Just bought half a cow, ended up being $3.45 per pound. You got a deal. A huge deal. Find a local farmer. Don't buy store-bought beef. I'll tell you this. Find a local farmer that will buy store-bought beef. They don't want it. We don't want it. We know how they're raised. We don't want it. So, I don't know. Like I said, support your local farmer for sure. $3.45 per pound is 100% a smoking deal. Bev, did you have to pay the butcher also? Or was that what you took the cow home for? For a half cow. Cows looking better since you thinned the herd? They are looking better since I thinned the herd. Absolutely. We'll be taking probably 10 or 12 more to the market probably next week. We'll probably be selling 10 or 12 more cows. The reason I'm doing that, we got to get the herd size down a little bit for the winter time, and we've got to turn a profit on the farm. This year we have turned a profit, which is awesome. That's both butcher and farmer's fee together. So you basically pay $2.20 per pound. Hey, Tammy, for your beef. You got a smoking deal. Tammy, you want to hang out with us? You gonna hang out with us this morning? Good morning, girl. Will you come to me? Please come to me, Tammy. The only reason I would ever bring any grain up here is to train Tammy to be a tame donkey. Just want to rub on her. I just want to rub on you. Yeah, just want to rub on Tammy, but Tammy won't let me touch her. Brian says, looking good after the hurricane water in the farm. Yeah, we've had, the hurricane came through a few weeks ago, but we've just had so many blessings here on the farm. How many acres do you have? How many head? There's 46 head. This is a 150 acre farm with about 80 to 85 acres of fenced in pasture currently. Got a lot more pasture to fence in over time here. We can't do it. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hopefully, we're trying to get the carrying capacity of the farm up to 50 to 55 mama cows, brood cows, so we can actually turn a profit on this small farm. It's been fantastic starting this off. And again, just where we're looking out here, this was all overgrown in brush, guys. Back in the day, it was all overgrown in trees that were probably about this big around, just a little too big to mow. And this was an abandoned tobacco farm. Tammy would if you bring her treats. I'm not so sure, but I would like that. I would love to bring her some carrots or something like that out here and see what we can do. This is the closest Tammy has let me get to her in, gosh, probably a year. I would buy a Tammy shirt. Tammy, the protector of the Stony Ridge Farm. K9 Striker's a big fan of Tammy. Still a drought up here in Wythe County, Virginia. You're not very far from us here. We got a little rain. Did you get some storms last night? We're still down probably 5 inches on rain, but I'll tell you that the forage out here really is a testimony to how well the pastures are doing and how we're building biomass in the soil. People that live in places like Ohio that actually have topsoil, good black dirt, it's hard for them to understand how little topsoil that we have here. Bob says, are you going to try to buy any more acreage? Bob, I'd love to buy more acreage, but currently I don't have a plan to do that. It's just me here on the farm, just me maintaining it, just me taking care of it, mowing, taking care of the animals, and it's expensive. I'm not going to buy land while land is expensive. I'm going to buy land and interest rates are sky high. I've worked really, really hard to be debt free here on the farm, and that's how you earn a profit, and that's how you save. I'm 47 years old, and it's time to start saving for retirement a little bit more, double down on it. Tammy, you got the hiccups? Tammy passed gas. Oh, did you did you guys hear that? Did anybody else hear that? I'm turning the camera around. I'm in my PJs, so don't pick on me. Did anybody else just hear Tammy? Oh my goodness, what a morning. That's blame it on Tammy. Tammy Tammy just hit the turbo button. Oh, that is hilarious. A country windstorm. Oh my goodness. I don't know why that's so funny. Even children know to laugh at that. Babies smile when that happens. I don't know why. Why is it so funny when something passes gas? Let's ride down here. I can't stop laughing. I got tickled. Oh, let's ride on down and see the girls. What they're doing now is they're going for all the sweet and best grass. Hey, Donnie. Donnie's a big boy. Let's go hang out with Donnie for a minute. Morning, Donnie. Donnie's huffing and puffing and chowing down. Now you see what I'm talking about genetic-wise with Donnie compared to the rest of the cows. Donnie's like part pig, part cow. The babies are running down here, sorry. I heard it also. It sounded like last night. Uh-oh. What'd you do, buddy? Did you get into some pinto beans? Randy says you really have a good plan going. Thank you. She was embarrassed and so she walked off. That was hilarious. Leslie, where'd you find the donkey poot emoji? That's funny. Yep. I guess grass gives you gas. I don't know. Awesome. Tell me what you guys are up to this morning. I want to know what you doing this weekend. Anybody on vacation? I'll tell you, holiday weekends are not my time to go anywhere on vacation. I'm on a staycation right here on the farm. Tammy's still up there pooting. Did you guys hear that? She's got the hiccups or something. I can't help but laugh. I don't know what else to do. Shore Bus Mooner says weeding. Reed says drinking coffee. I'm about to hit the coffee too. As I've been weaning myself off of caffeine. I feel so much better. So much better. Here comes the babies running. I've been drinking a mushroom-based caffeine, half caffeine coffee, and it's really been awesome. Made me feel so much better. I don't know. I don't think caffeine's a vice or a bad thing to have, but I do think when you're drinking 5 cups of coffee a day, you're drinking too much coffee. Morning, Jennifer. Morning, Rummy. Guys, ask any question you might have about the farm. You can see in here there's some broom sedge growing. The cows are eating the broom sedge also. It's broom sedge or broom straw is what it's referred to around here. Not very high in nutrient content. However, while it's young and tender, the cows will eat it. And it is grass. We have a multi-species pasture here on the Stony Ridge farm. Morning, girl. Down in here, we've got some beautiful fescue grass. We've got Sericea lespedeza, which we really don't want. All sorts of wild grasses, some native grasses in here. Hey, Moo Moo. You want to come say hey? You want to come say hello to us? Where is Tammy? You just missed the Tammy poots. Tammy's right up there in the pasture right behind us. No better sound to a farmer's ears. Tractor update. We just talked about a couple seconds ago, but I got a call from the dealership on the TYMT 1104. We're going to do a full-on video update on that machine. There was a maintenance issue. All the codes that, well, first of all, they pulled it in the shop and it was no longer in limp mode. And it was no longer had flashing lights on the dashboard. I don't know what's up with that. And we had some low voltage issues, and we also had some DEF issues, diesel exhaust fluid. So Nothing major. Tractor is running fine now. I've got it down there at the tractor dealership, and while it's down there, I'm going to have them do a full service. There's something in the DEF system called a DEF filter, and the DEF filter needs to be changed. I ordered several of those. We'll talk about it a little more in the future. So this is a steer, a young steer. The steers tend to be a little more friendly than the cows. It's interesting. On a staycation, says Bill. The cows are pretty shy today. The most tender grass must be right down there. Let's go down and see. They're all trying to find the best and most tender grass. Approximately what percentage of your pastures would you say is in clover? I'm going to give you 3%. About 3%. That's probably about right. Clover's good, high in nutrient content, but also too much clover can make your cows sick. High in nutrients, high in protein, and it helps fix nitrogen. Here's Cindy. Hey, Cindy. How you doing this morning, Cindy Sue? So, not a lot of clover, but just a little clover. And once the cows graze the tops out of this grass, the clover will be able to get a little more sunlight, and that's going to help us to fix a little bit more nitrogen. Let that clover flower out a little bit. There's little Stripe. If you guys don't know who Stripe is this little calf right here. He's got a white tail. Check him out. Are you doing a year-round calving? Because you see the bull staying with the cows. So I've learned a little bit over the last few years with the cows. I've learned that I live in such a temperate climate, meaning that we don't get extreme weather, like extreme hot, really. I mean, the hottest it gets maybe 100 degrees, or extreme cold. The coldest it gets in the winter, we might have one day where it's down in the single digits. So I am calving year-round now. I have decided to calve year-round. I think it makes total sense. I think going to the cattle market about 3 times a year, and we'll save back 3 beef cows for processing. I think that makes the most sense. If I lived in Wyoming, I would be calving at the appropriate time. If I lived in Missouri, I'd be calving in the spring. But we just don't have the extreme weather that other places have. So I think it's better to spread it out just a little bit, to be honest with you. So that's the plan. You know, everything you read and everything you learn online and in books talks about calving season and when to calve. But really calving season, these Angus cows, they just don't have trouble giving birth. And as we breed down the size of our cows with Donnie the bull, we'll have even smaller calves. But these calves grow so fast. I mean, they really do grow so fast that grass genetics is real. Greg Judy is right, and grass genetics is real. When you've got good grass genetics in your herd, and these cows thrive on grass, these calves get big quick. So, what about straw for cows? Oat stalks. So straw is not very nutrient dense. Straw is basically it's not nutrient dense at all. So we don't feed straw. Straw is for bedding, typically. So 404, this little calf was born this year. She's a female. She's chubby. She's healthy. She's got great genetics. And she'll be staying on the farm. And then this little 413, so she's almost as big as the little bull right there. And he's a good looking little bull. These animals sell for a premium price. So breeding down my size and still keeping the black cow has really, really helped. Calves come when cow is ready. No season, says Short Bus Mooner. Well, typically what we were doing for the first 2 years here was putting the bull in on the 4th of July and taking him out. We went July, August, September, and took him out in October. And that way our calving season, the gestation period for a cow is 9 months. And that way our calving season was always in the spring. But what I'm finding again is it's simply not necessary where I live. And if we get our herd size right and we get our grass right, clearly we're doing something right here, then we won't have to worry about any issues with the cows calving. 211. 211 is we're talking about you, I know. 211 is a young cow. She had a baby this year. She's a young cow that really hasn't put on weight like I would like her to do. In other words, she was born in 2022, and I've got calves that were born in 2023 that are bigger than her. But she's a great mom. She had no trouble birthing, so we'll probably continue to keep her on the farm. But we will be adjusting our genetics accordingly. Thank you for the compliment on the cattle, Reed. Appreciate it. What's your average sale weight for your calves? That's something that's super important too. So we can keep these calves on the farm for too long and we're just wasting money. So I'd say the average sale weight's about 450 pounds. Are you going to South Pole Field Day? Nope, I'm not. I'm going to tell you guys, and at some point we'll have a grazing school on this farm, but it won't cost an outrageous amount of money. These field days for and grazing schools are absolutely expensive, and the information that people are getting from these grazing schools is out there. It's already out there. I mean, I'm teaching you right now. This is 1 hour of grazing school right now. I'm telling you what I do. I'm showing you what I do. I'm showing you the animals. I'm talking about the genetics. I'm talking about all this stuff. Why are you going to go spend $2,000? I know it's great to go visit a farm, and there's no substitution for being out here on the farm. But when we have a grazing school on this property, and hopefully we'll get Greg Judy out here, we'll get Joel Salatin out here. That's the expense, is having other folks out. Joel Salatin at Polyface Farm is only about 3 hours away. Greg Judy would have to fly him out from Missouri. It's expensive to get these knowledgeable folks out here. I'm going to pull on up a little bit more. Hey, Moo Moo. This is Stripes Mama. 15. I came over here and I mowed down some weeds. You can see the cows are tearing it up where I mowed those weeds down. There's 211. I'm not going to hurt you. You know that. Let's go over here and hang out. This is what I call line grazing. They'll all line up in a row and they'll just graze right across through there. Very cool. I'm not a farmer, but your herd is beautiful. Thank you, Bernie. Morning, Jerry. Morning, Denise. Josh is one of the best teachers you'll ever learn from. Thank you. Don't make my head swell up. I think we discussed the word yesterday. It's called hubris. Hubris. You guys know what hubris means? Somebody pop that up in the comments. Hubris is being overly confident. Hubris always comes back to bite us in the boo-boo. Hubris is cockiness. It's okay to be cocky. It's okay to be confident, but overly confident will bite you in the butt every single time. Don't think you know everything, because the minute you do, that's when God comes down and slaps you in the face. Am I wrong? You guys tell me. Just when you thought you knew everything, somebody comes and smack. I call it God's fly swatter. You get just a little too cocky, and Mother Nature will put you back in your place. Happy Sunday. Who's going to church this morning? And who's sitting out of church this morning? Think about just sitting on the couch and drinking coffee. Pantera Diaz says, alfalfa feed to the herd in the winter. What do you feed in the winter? Right there, brother. Those hay bales. Those hay bales over there is what we feed. It is having Alfalfa is not very common around here. Alfalfa takes a very basic soil, and soils here in my area of North Carolina are inherently acidic. Very, very acidic. When I bought the farm, the pH of the soil was somewhere in the neighborhood of 4. That is not conducive for good grass growth. We're going to turn back around where we can see the cows again. Everywhere I go, they move away. Run, little calf, run! I don't know, man. If that ain't pretty, I don't know what is. Morning. Morning, little bull. There's Freedom. Freedom's number 5. Let's just drive on through the herd here. Going to church around 9:30, says Bobby Brown. Awesome, Bobby. 22. That's old Deuce Deuce. Man. Awesome, guys. I'm at church right now, hanging out in our pastures. That's it. It's my church too, brother. My church too. Got an airplane coming in. Oh, a little single engine guy. Looks like a little Baron. Or a Piper. Yep. Awesome, guys. Well, folks, it's a gorgeous day here on the Stony Ridge Farm. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Please hit that like button. If you're on Facebook, please hit that follow button on your way out the door. Click the share button and share this with like-minded people. Share it with all your friends. We're building a following here. My goal is, hopefully by December, to get the following up to 500,000 people so we can teach people about real farming, about regenerative farming, and not about the garbage that we eat that's peddled to us in the grocery store, about real grass farming, about how cows can be good for the environment, how for every new species you can bring to your farm, 8 more species will thrive. The cows have brought more wildlife to the farm. It's absolutely amazing. Wondering, is there tornadoes around? What happens to the cows when that happens? Haven't you seen Twister? They go for a fly. They go flying in the air. This is tornado country. Everywhere's tornado country nowadays. But the cows tend to do pretty good. I have not had a tornado pick a cow up yet. Anyway, if you're on Facebook, hit that follow button. Click that share button. If you're on YouTube, do the same thing, guys. If you want to become a channel member, please jump in, become a channel member. I'd love to have you back. Or if you want to just follow the channel, that's just fine too. Every little bit helps. You guys are the reason that this farm is what it is. I really thank you so much. And I sure hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. We will see you tomorrow morning with the cows once again. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Woo!